Peace and blessings, family. My name is Nikki Ewing, and I'm here to bring you a yoga practice that is designed to get deep into those hips. So grab your blanket or your yoga mat and your trinkets and tools and blocks and whatever else that helps you get comfortable on your mat and bring it into the practice with us. Well, thank you for joining me on the mat. I hope you enjoyed this yoga practice. If you would like to see anything else, definitely leave a comment. If you are not already following me, definitely follow me on Instagram at RGVYOGA, and definitely head over to www.layconcreterose.com and www.RGVYOGA to get a private session on yoga and meditation, or to ask me questions and to just get to know me. Whatever you would like to do. I'll see you soon. Talk soon. Thank you. Alright, family. We're going to start off on our back, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, okay? So what that looks like is we're going to bring ourselves to, again, lying on our backs. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together, and the knees are going to be open like a book. Your hands can be resting by your side. You can also bring your left hand over your heart and your right hand over your lower belly. This is my personal favorite. Maybe you allow the eyes to close here. Take a deep breath in through the nose, filling up the vessel. As you exhale, let out a sigh. Deep belly breath filling up all the way. And release. Allow yourself to remain here for 2 more breaths. And allow the knees to become heavy. If you feel as though you're still gripping in the thighs, just relax the body and let nature take its course as your hips gradually open up little by little. On your next inhale, allow the fingertips to come to the outside edges of the knees and gently close the legs like a book. We're going to hug the knees into the heart center and just give yourself a little squeeze and rock yourself side to side on your mat. We're going to come out of this a little easy today, no rocking and rolling like a ball. We're going to just come to lying on our side. Allow that bottom arm to act as a pillow. And take that right hand, or whatever hand is available, and press yourself up into a seated position like so. Allowing the legs to cross. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can always take a block or a stack of pillows or even a book if you want to get a little bit creative in your at-home practice. And all you have to do is take those stack of books or pillows if you don't have a block and place it underneath your hip. You notice that this raises the earth up to a comfortable position. And from here, your knees have no choice but to open. From here, we're going to inhale and reach the fingertips up high to the sky. Be mindful of the ribs, hug them in. And as you exhale, twist over the right shoulder. Inhale to lengthen through the body. And as you exhale, relax the shoulders and just take a little twist. On that next inhale, untwist the body, reach the fingertips up high, and twist over the left shoulder. This doesn't have to be a super like cranky twist to where you're hurting yourself. This is a gentle twist from the ribs. Inhale as a family. And as you exhale, relax the shoulders and twist from the ribs. Sitting up tall still. On your next inhale, untwist the body, reach the fingertips up. And we're going to allow the fingertips to creepy crawl in front of us. Release the weight of the head forward. And if this pose is definitely intense, you can bring it back. You can bring it back and just take a slight fold over to where you're here. Or you can like definitely sprawl out on your mat. Tucking the chin to chest, inhale, walk the hands back up, roll up slowly. Head is the last thing to greet us at the tops. All right. Go ahead, and if you're sitting on a block like me, we're just going to raise up. Remove the block from underneath us, put it behind, and we're going to meet in tabletop position, all fours, okay? In our all fours, we're going to spread the fingertips out extremely wide. Be mindful of the shoulders. We want to wrap them down the spine, separating the shoulder blades. Spread the fingertips out extremely wide. Knees are hips width distance apart. Stack the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. As we inhale, we drop the belly, lift the chin, gaze up. And exhale, round the spine, tuck that chin to the chest. Inhale, cow, dropping the belly, lifting the chin, gaze up. And exhale, round the spine, tucking chin to chest. Inhale, cow, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, round the spine, tucking chin to chest, angry cat-like. Take 2 more rounds of cat-cow, and what I love to invite people to do is just take weird movement. Doing whatever feels good and whatever comes natural to you, bring that onto your mat. Especially if you're at home, nobody's looking anyway. When you're ready, find some stillness. And we're going to keep it low today for our hips, all right? So we're going to extend that right leg out long. Watch the deer plant here. Extend the legs out long. From here, we're going to come into lizard lunge. What is that? We're bringing the right leg to the side. Allow the heart to show here. If you feel like you're like this, kind of look at your hips. So if you have a 90-degree angle, if you're early in your practice, that's okay. However, if you know that you can shift the hips forward, do that and allow yourself to get a really juicy stretch here. This is where we bring the blocks, the books, even the pillows into the practice. If you have 2, I only have 1, but if you have 2, you can stack them side to side, or if you have 1, that's fine as well. All you have to do is let your elbows rest on the blocks like so. Careful not to take one of these numbers. We want to elongate through the neck and spine, so that may entail shifting the block a little bit upward. And relax the shoulders. Keeping a straight spine. You don't have to be a statue. You can definitely move and sway. We're here for 2 more breaths. On your next breath, press yourself up into your long arms. If you have a block, we remove our hands off of the block, bring it back to the side here. Go ahead and heel toe this right foot to the center line, framing the toes on both sides. Now we're in a low runner's lunge. We're going to have a little fun. The left foot, we're going to kick that left foot back, right? We're going to cartwheel the arms open and come into a different variation of warrior one. Yes, we're on our knees. So that right foot is still pointing forward. The left leg is now behind us. Tuck the tailbone under. We're inviting the pelvic floor forward. We're pressing that knee back towards the pinky blade edge of our foot. Shoulders are back. I feel this in my hips already. Hug that rib cage in. Heart is lifted. The collarbone is exposed. Breathe in. Allow your breath to be heard. Breathe in. And let it go. As you inhale, we're going to straighten this left leg. We're going to come into a little gate pose. Turn the right toes towards the top of the mat or just to where we're all facing the same way. Breathe in, reach up. And come into a little gate pose, resting over that extended right leg. The heart is up. If we're doing one of these numbers where we're kind of turning and that left arm is about to like cover our face, allow this left arm to go back. Send the thumb towards your back wall. Relax the shoulders down. Invite that pelvic floor forward again if we've started to relax. Relax the shoulders. Breathe in. Let it go. Inhale, reach the fingertips up high. Release the fingertips to the mat. We're going to have a little fun. I think I said that already, right? So we're going to walk the hands over. We're coming into pigeon. Getting a little creative. So we're turning onto that left leg. So remember, we were up here in gate pose, right? So we're going to bring the hands to the mat. We're going to turn. We're going to lift that right foot up. That right heel is now lifted. We're bringing that left leg through. You may have to slide yourself forward, or you can tuck your toes under and walk your knee back. Your left leg does not have to be all the way up making a 7 if that's not your reality, okay? We can take it slow. So that left leg is back. We're here. The heart is lifted. Again, with our handy dandy block or book, you can place a block, a book, or a pillow underneath that left hip. The heart is lifted. We walk the fingertips forward. Let that spine be straight. And if you have another little pillow or book, you can place that pillow or book underneath your head here. You can rest your head on your block. You can even rest your forearms on your little trinkets and tools. So many ways to make a pose accessible to you. Allow the core to be engaged here. Two more breaths. And on your next breath, press yourself up into your long arms. You have a block, we can just move it off to the side here. Curl the left toes under. Bend that knee. We're just going to bring the left leg to meet the right. Back in tabletop is where we meet. We're going to keep it low, I promise. Extend the left leg out long. Notice how my left leg is straight. My left toes are flexed. My big toe here is pointed down into the mat. That helps for our hips to not open up like so, okay? Bring this left leg to the outside of the left arm. Same concept here, family. Toes are tucked. You can always keep the toes tucked if that feels good. You can even stay lifted. It's all about what feels good to you and what your body wants you to do on this day. So option to stay lifted. If you would like to take the same variation you took on the opposite side, you are more than welcome to do that, all right? Bringing ourselves down to our long arms. One more juicy inhale. Press yourself up onto your long arms. You're going to heel toe this left leg back in. Now we're back in our low runner's lunge. This time the right toes, we're going to kick our right toes behind us. Cartwheel the arms open into a warrior two. If we're here, you notice how my rib cage is poking out. Stitch the ribs in. Tuck the tailbone and bind the pelvic floor forward. Core, we're hugging the navel to the spine. So we have a golden thread rooting us from the root chakra all the way up through our crown, okay? Breathe in through the nose. Wrap the shoulders. Breathe in. Release. Inhale, straighten that left leg up. Left toes turn towards the front. Everything is facing straight ahead. Reach all the way up to the heavens. And gate pose onto the left side. Elongating through that neck. I really feel this in my neck today. Want to keep the shoulders down and feel like we're reaching towards the left side, but our right hip stays right where she is. Engage the core. Reach up high as you inhale. Release the fingertips to the mat. Maybe we bring our block with us as we turn. Same thing, we walk the hands to the right side. We bring that right leg all the way through as we pivot to the ball of the left toes. Scoot that left leg all the way back. Adjust ourselves accordingly. We keep that hip up. So if you're here, notice how I'm kind of sitting. We want to keep the hips completely lifted up. And again, if we are compelled, I'm going to scoot myself up here. I'm coming off of the mat. If we're compelled to sit onto that right hip, then maybe that's a little indicator that we want to take a block or a pillow or a book if we have anything accessible and just put it underneath that right hip to let it be a little doorstop, okay? No shame in that. We want to feel our best stretch in these poses, right? From here, wrap the shoulders back and walk the fingertips forward. Take 2 more breaths right where we are. On your next inhale, press yourself back into your long arms. From here, we're going to remove that block from underneath us. We're going to sit on that right hip. After I did all the talking about how, don't do that. We're going to swing that left leg around. And we're going to come into a cross-legged position at the top of our mat. So we're going to come into a little fire log pose, or some people call it double pigeon, a little deeper stretch. So we're going to bring this right leg on top of the left. Now, for me, my knee's a little bit tender on the right side these days. So, because I ideally would like my knees to go down, I still have a little room. So if you have a little room and it's not that big of a space, you can take a little pillow and just stick it underneath there. Or if you would like to still use your block, I put my block on top of my left foot. And now I don't have to worry about it going down. Everything is comfortable here. It doesn't have to be directly underneath. It can be just like slightly sitting there, you know? But you still get the best stretch that you need, all right? So from here, as we sit here and let gravity do its thing, we're going to just take a little circles of the head. My neck is popping. It feels amazing. We're going to take it back the other way. Good. Find a little stillness here. And then we remove the block. And we switch, bringing the opposite leg on top. And maybe in this time you notice how the body feels different. Even when you're switching the pose, notice how now my left knee, it sits down. It's okay. Have a little wonkiness from side to side, you know, but that's normal. That's okay. We're going to do the same thing. It's a little different. This time we're going to just loop the shoulders back. Stay connected with the breath. And then we loop the shoulders forward. Little right, bring the head to the right. We bring the head to the left. Shoulders back, shoulders down. We look forward. And then we remove the leg. Throwing the blocks away, maybe not so, maybe so, I don't know. Go ahead and bring yourself to lying flat on your back. We're hugging the knees into the chest, beginning to finish the way we started. Rack yourself, rock yourself side to side. And take a little circular motions with the knees to massage the lower back, especially if you're on like a hardwood floor or maybe tile. You don't have carpet. You may definitely feel this a little differently from those of us that have carpeted floors. But the movement still feels good either way. From here, take your peace fingers, wrap them around the big toes, coming into happy baby. Maybe you have access to grabbing the outside edges of your feet, or if you're somebody that likes to grab the inside, it's okay as well, you know, why not? It's your home practice, right? No matter where we are, we begin to rock side to side. Maybe we straighten out one leg and then the other. Maybe we straighten out both. I remember I was doing this on Instagram and somebody told me, luckily they didn't comment underneath the post, but they saw me in person. They were like, man, yoga's not ladylike. And I was like, dude, it's yoga. Nobody cares about that when you're in hot yoga and you're sweating and you're toppling all over everybody's mat. Everybody looks a mess, guys included. And hug the knees into the chest. We're going to plant the soles of the feet into the mat. And cross the right leg over the left knee. Bring the hands by the side. Press the left knee into the chest. If you would like to still thread that right arm through the little figure 4 shape and hold here, you can. Or you can just allow the core to support you as you press the left knee into the chest. We're allowing both sets of toes to flex up to the face. Deep breath in and release. And switching sides here. Bring the left ankle over the right knee. We draw that knee into the chest. My left hip just popped. It's funny. Using the core to support you. And breathe in. And release, uncrossing. From here you have the option to end your practice the way we started, coming into Supta Baddha, feeling the difference in the knees, or if you would like to come into one of my personal favorites, which is legs up the wall. If you're by a wall here like me, you can just kind of scoot yourself next to it, or if you have to like pick me up on your device and move me around, why not? Just scoot yourself up to the wall, noticing how silly I am, but making sure your glutes are pressed up against the wall. And then bringing your legs up the wall. You can stay just like this if this feels good, and come into your final resting pose like this. Or you can separate the legs, coming into what us dancers call a gravity splits. Whatever serves you in your practice, you can definitely stay right here. Breathing in through the nose. And as you exhale, let out a sigh. One more deep breath in. And release. Allow the eyes to close and the body to soften no matter where you are. If you decided to stay in your Supta Baddha, maybe you extend the left leg out long and then the right. Allowing the arms to fall by your side and the eyes to close. And even if you're up against the wall in your gravity splits, allow the eyes to close and the body to soften. Thank you for carving out time for yourself, and thank you for allowing me to guide you. Again, my name is Nikki Ewing, and it is the peace, love, and light that dwells deeply within me, that honors, loves, and respects the peace, love, and light that dwells within you. Namaste. Well, thank you for joining me on the mat. I hope you enjoyed this yoga practice. If you would like to see anything else, definitely leave a comment. If you are not already following me, definitely follow me on Instagram at RGVYOGA, and definitely head over to www.layconcreterose.com and www.RGVYOGA to get a private session on yoga and meditation, or to ask me questions and to just get to know me. Whatever you would like to do. I'll see you soon. Talk soon. Thank you.